Welcome back to the Las Vegas Convention Center and the 2000 U.S. National Wrestling Championships at 187 pounds. It's the defending bronze medalist from the World Championships, Les Gutches in the red, going up against Charles Burton in the blue. Burton and Gutches faced off last year in the same position, and it was Gutches making the world team.
And boy, what a semifinal match that was between Les Gutches and Cael Sanderson. Cael, just a sophomore in college, who's undefeated his freshman and sophomore years, and two-time outstanding wrestler. They had a great match with Gutches, the world champion, winning 6-5 in the semifinals.
And I like the fact Burton, you think of great wrestlers, you think of Iowa, Oklahoma. Burton's from Idaho.
Wrestled at Boise State, ended up third his senior year, and he has really come on. He has improved a lot since college. Not that he was bad in college, but he has really wrestled well. Last year, he gave Gutches all he wanted in a 2 out of 3 trials out in Seattle.
And now it's Gutches in on a leg attack on Burton on the edge of the mat and draws first blood with a 1-point takedown. Well, you really got a good look at Les Gutches there and what he does well. He exploded into that leg attack and finished very cleanly.
A little bit of emphasis there on that finish too. Got up and had a little bit of a strut to his walk, almost as though he felt good, very confident. Things going his way.
Gutches' attempt is trying to make his second Olympic team. He beat out Kevin Jackson, the defending Olympic champ and 2-time world champion, to make the team in 1996. And then he's made the world team every year since then, winning the worlds once. He's had quite a career.
Sonny Greenhall and Greg Strobel in the corner, doing everything they can to exhort their wrestler on to victory. Charles Burton facing a 1-0 deficit to Les Gutches. It's interesting, Les Gutches has decided to move from his home state of Oregon out to the Colorado Springs Training Center. He's there full-time now. And ducking behind
that was really
Charles
slick.
Burton.
That's
great duck under.
Yeah.
He is really good with that duck under.
That's one of his pat moves. He really enjoys doing it. He actually did that against Cael Sanderson as well. That's one of his go-tos.
And now he's working for a turn. Gutches dropping down the legs, trying to get a cross ankle turn. Now he's coming back up top.
Well, Les Gutches has been the recipient of USA Wrestling events all the way through his career, and he's won a gold at every level, thanks in part to the coaching he's received from those people right there, Sonny Greenhall and Greg Strobel. Greg Strobel, who won 2 titles for Oregon State, the same school that Les Gutches won his 2 national championships from.
I think somebody else went to Oregon around here, Larry.
Well, I got Les and I exchanged a little bit right there, saying, hey, great for the Beaver State.
And really, this weight has had a rich tradition in the U.S. John Peterson doing so well. Kevin Jackson doing so well. Mark Schultz was in there. Chris Campbell was in there. I mean, just loads of them. And it looks as though Gutches is...
180, this is John Peterson's weight, right?
That's John Peterson was the 180. And then now Gutches has a couple people here with both Charles Burton and, of course, the youngster, only a sophomore in college, Cael Sanderson, giving him a good go.
Well, there's not a bigger story in the world of wrestling right now than Cael Sanderson. He's done what no one else has done. But these are the big boys. There's no age limit here. There's no qualifications, no school, or no eligibility. This is everybody all mixed in as one, and Les Gutches is the king.
Burton seems to be picking up the pace here, really trying to put more into this effort. Key for him.
A 2-0 lead is not insurmountable. In fact, it's not enough to end the match in regulation as we come down to the end of the first period.
Seems as though when Burton starts to push into Gutches, watch Gutches' knees, they start to bend. He's going to change levels. Look for that duck again. Burton can't push into him straight on. Gutches is too good for that.
Into the first period. Welcome back to Las Vegas and the 2000 U.S. National Wrestling Championships at 187 pounds in the second period. It's Les Gutches in the red, going up against Charles Burton in the blue, and Gutches holding a 2-0 lead.
And there's Gutches in on a high crotch. He's got his head on the outside. And there he just trips him down, gets 1 point. That was a real good finish. Really nice duck under.
Well, that really is pretty. Nice turning the corner. Opponent never had a chance to sprawl and put his weight on him.
And right now the score is 2-0. Les Gutches is ahead of Burton, Charles Burton.
And without that third point, this could go into overtime. Each period 3 minutes long, 2 in regulation if you get to that third point, but if you don't.
I think Gutches is going to work real hard. There's a very nice high crotch. Burton trying to hang on and not go to his back here, and Gutches gets the 1-pointer, and
that'll do it. It'll end in regulation now.
Les Gutches looking every bit the defending bronze medalist from the World Championships, and maybe more. One of the great
That was a great high crotch that Gutches hit there.
I think Gutches, he's really feeling his oats here. Brother Jason Gutches and Dennis DeLito in Les's corner. How many times have they butted heads in practices through the years? There's a good look at Les Gutches, trying to bring that oxygen level back to a normal state. They've done physical testing of all the athletes at the USOC, and Les Gutches is right at the very top. He's just a phenomenal physical specimen. And wife Jennifer, you know, she embarrasses some of the wrestlers around the USOC on the basketball court. She's quite a hoopster.
I think some of the wrestlers would embarrass themselves on the basketball court. I've seen some of them shoot.
Well, speak for yourself, Ray.
Yeah, I was just going to say, that must be a statement about the Hawkeyes, but the way the Hawkeyes wrestle, they don't need to play basketball.
It's Burton and Gutches in the middle of the mat, head-to-head. Burton failing to score so far in Gutches. The same can't be said for Les Gutches.
Gutches has wrestled very solid in this finals.
Well, all the pressure's been on Les Gutches. You know, when you've won so consistently through the years, and the quality athletes that you have to face, you know, it's a tough thing, and he's really come through it and really looks relaxed here in the finals.
Tell you what, I think he got a wake-up call in the semifinals against Cale Sanderson. I think that helped get him more mentally ready for this finals.
Well, it's too bad we can't show the folks at home that match, because it was one of the best I've ever seen. Going back and forth, Les Gutches coming out on the
That was worth
top
the trip.
end.
That was worth the trip to come here just to see that match. That is one of the best matches I've seen in a long time.
Dennis DeLito, Fresno State. Zeke Jones there in the picture briefly. Coaching in the corner, Les Gutches.
A minute and 10 seconds left in this championship match at 187 pounds in the freestyle competition.
Right now, Gutches is probably, he's looking just maintain position, stay solid. He's not looking to score any more points. He's just looking to not make any mistakes and win this 3-0.
Now, there's so many strategies going on the mat, and they know they'll have to face each other again, perhaps in the finals of the Olympic trials, and why give away a tactic or a position? Keep some doubt in your opponent's mind. I think the referees are going to make a decision here, though, and Les Gutches may be ahead 3-0, but they're not going to let him avoid contact for much longer.
Burton probably needs to pick up the pace and get a little more aggressive going after him, though.
Well, that's a good point. He hasn't really taken much risk.
He hasn't tried to score.
And precious seconds are ticking away. Les Gutches with the 3-point lead on Burton and a slip throw.
Burton will get a chance to turn him. I don't think he will. There's a nice gut wrench attempt.
Gutches has got the
Gutches
leg.
has the
He's
leg.
not,
That'll stop
he's not
that.
going to go anywhere. Yeah, good counter there by Gutch.
7 seconds left. This match is going to end 3-0.
And a little frustration
And that's the match.
coming from Charles Burton. He knows that Les Gutches has dominated the action at 187 pounds. And Jennifer Gutches has to be loving that. Life with Les is going to be a lot easier over the next couple months. your champion at 187 pounds, Les Gutches. And here's Les Gutches with the final takedown here in replay.
Real nice high crotch. And then he collapses him to his hip. Gutches collapses Burton to his hip. Right now, Burton has to bail out and go to his stomach to keep him getting turned, make it a two-pointer.
Les Gutches, your champion at 187 pounds. And Jennifer Gutches, his wife, happy. It'll be Heather Folks with Les Gutches.
Hair looks good.
Out there, or you?
You're going to talk to me into the camera. Get a little breather. Les, great match. What was your strategy in that one? Slow, or are you going to come out and try to just take over?
My whole strategy was to limit the amount of points he scored, and for me to score a whole bunch.
That's a good strategy. It usually works.
But it ended up just me being able to score 3 points. I'd wrestled Burton a lot before, and I'd worked on some things specifically for him. And my motion was flowing. I wasn't too nervous, and I got 3 good points, and that was all that I needed to win the match. So,
congratulations. Good luck in the trials.
Thanks.
And Les Gutches takes a big step.